Hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. It is Redmentions where I go through your reactions to Liverpool 1, Burnley 1 at Anfield. And yeah, disappointing, very disappointing. Mad game of football really. I think Liverpool were actually really good, really entertaining for the large part. I enjoyed it as a game of football, apart from the fact that Liverpool didn't win the game, which obviously inevitably for all of us as fans means you don't feel as good about the footy, your team, life. That's inevitable. But yeah, let's get into some of the comments. Lorcan51 says, disappointed to have lost the home streak and feel like points record is much harder now. What Liverpool have done this season has still been absolutely incredible, but I reckon rival fans as pundits are just going to bang on about any records we didn't break and ignore our total domination. I don't think it's rival fans and pundits. I actually think there's a lot of people who are purporting to be Liverpool fans who are as guilty of that as anyone. Mate, to be honest, you know, I kind of joking about it a lot, but it comes a point, and this has been more true obviously since restart, because Liverpool haven't been as all-conquering really since that. We lost the game of football and drawn a couple. Where I'm more asked about just the tide of misery that follows it than the actual performance and whatever, by the way Liverpool went about things, which is, yeah, it's a shame. But yeah, it's mad. And that idea, the home streak, Liverpool's still unbeaten at home. Liverpool are now unbeaten in, I think it's 58 games at Anfield. Alisson Becker still has only ever lost one match at Anfield, and that was for Roma. So yeah, if you find that I'm not necessarily going in two-footed on everything Liverpool are doing right now, the reason for that is not, it's a touch of Liverpool bias, but also it's just context as much as anything else. Like this is LFC Nabby is a good example of this on Twitter, saying disgraceful. Now, like if he was being specific on this, and he might be referring to like the refereeing performance, or he might be referring to, I don't know, Liverpool's profligate finishing. But if he's talking about in a wider sense, was it disgraceful? Not really, and a bit annoying, and ultimately a touch lacklustre when Liverpool really could have done with pressing on. The way Liverpool chose to approach the game and the plays they put out, look, that first half performance was excellent. It was really, really good, particularly against a team like that. And I was literally sat in this exact position, watching the same telly, doing the same thing, watching the Aston Villa game. In two very similar approaches to how those teams played, by the way. Just that Burnley are a lot better at being shithouses in set pieces. And when I use shithouses, it makes it sound like I'm being critical of them. I'm not. It's just a catch-all term to describe being, physical and pushing the game to the limits and all that kind of stuff. It's a perfectly legitimate approach. Liverpool are actually quite good at doing that themselves, generally, from set pieces. And I thought the performance was compared to Villa was night and day. But what Liverpool did was they got stronger as the game went on in that, whereas we actually became worse as the game went on in this, which is not very encouraging, to be honest. Daniel Renfield saying, worst refereeing I've seen all year. Should have had 2 penalties, and the free kick Burnley scored from shouldn't have been given. Yeah, it's hard to tell, because obviously, again, we're watching it without the commentary on, without the benefits of the discussion points that are maybe being had around the refereeing decisions and what have you. But I don't know. I think you can maybe you can be a bit luckier in certain situations. I don't think Alisson was given much protection. I think there's one where he just gets a straight hand push in the build to the goal, which I think in the build up to the one that hits the crossbar, and I just think that's a foul. And maybe it was one of those where, because people expect it from Burnley, it's like, Burnley doing Burnley things. But it's okay. It's Burnley. What do you expect? No, I expect the rules to be enacted exactly the same for every team, regardless of how they approach the game. But yeah, I couldn't really attest to whether all round it was a bad refereeing performance. But yeah, I mean, given the climate at the moment, it wouldn't be shocking, would it? Richard Soxy Beast. Good first half. Didn't take our chances, but very poor as the players got tired. I do think we'll really need a signing up top going straight into the next season with the players that look that tired's a bit of a worry. I mean, the good thing is Liverpool aren't going straight into next season. I mean, there's probably likely to be 6 and a bit weeks, 6, 7, maybe just shy of 7 weeks between seasons, which is not a lot, which is not normal. But I think, at least the FA Cup, if you get to the FA Cup final, the teams that do that will be going a little bit deeper in competition. Teams that are still in the Champions League will go a little bit deeper. So compared to our nearest rivals for top 4 in the title, etc., it's not too bad. But I do agree, by the way, I do think Liverpool need another really quality body for the front three. Because, yeah, it would be better for it. Who doesn't want more good players in the team? Claire Harrison, wasted chances and we got what we deserved, but we still unbeaten at home. Yeah, absolutely. And we'd look again, that Mohamed Salah chance on his right foot and he snatches at it. People use that as like, it suits an agenda. If you think Liverpool need a clinical centre-forward, you'll go, well, Salah's not clinical. Well, Salah's got, 19 league goals this season. He'll get 20 before the end of the season. And that means he'll have scored 20 league goals in 3 consecutive seasons. And we haven't had a player who's done that since what? I don't know the answer to that. Did Torres do it? Was he the last player to do it? Maybe. I don't know, but the point is that he is a pretty clinical forward, but sometimes things like that just don't go in. Yeah, and it doesn't help. I think we live in a world where people are like absolutely creaming the pants over the likes of Mason Greenwood and stuff like that. It's worth pointing out that Mason Greenwood, Marcus Rashford and Martial wouldn't get in Liverpool's first 11. Now, they would improve Liverpool's squad for having them, and maybe having one of them lads to bring on would be great, but equally, did maybe Liverpool have one of them in Brewster? Could Minamino have maybe added something? I think maybe we should have. Look, David Origi is a clinical centre-forward. Maybe him coming off the bench might have changed that. Harry Parkinson played well, but conceded a bullshit goal. And Salah doesn't deserve to get Golden Boot if he can't convert the chances he had. Oh well, champions. Yeah, and that's right. And that's just what it is for me. It's not being critical of Mohamed Salah over the top. He's a great player. He's a world-class player. He's our best player. Sometimes things don't go in, particularly when you're a forward. It is what it is. It's no reason to have a mad knee-jerk reaction on stuff. That's the simple point. If Mohamed Salah wants to be top goal scorer, then he needs to score more goals than Jamie Vardy, and if he doesn't, he won't be. It is what it is, really. Sue at Anfield 0405, Robbo's goal. That is all. What a goal it was. And again, it's funny, isn't it, how mad your perspective on draws can be. You go one up and you concede an equaliser, it's a bad point. It's 2 points dropped. If it's the other way around and Robbo scores that goal, we're all running round celebrating an incredible point earned. Now, again, it's different for a reason because Liverpool were the team on top and they've let that lead slip, so it's understandable and it's right to be a bit disappointed with it. But we also shouldn't forget what a phenomenal goal that was from Andy Robertson. Brilliant ball from Fabinho, great run, and just absolute magic from our left back coming in from the right wing. Yeah, more of that, Andy Robbo. Ezra Raj is saying Henderson missed badly. I agree. Funny, we were asked the question during the fan zone commentary. Do you think missing Henderson makes it harder to win the points, to break the points record? And I said I didn't know based on what we'd seen up to that point in the game. Didn't look like it. We were doing really well. We were dominating the game. Curtis Jones was performing brilliantly. He was doing the best Jordan Henderson impression of anyone who's tried to do that this season. But I think we did. I think we missed Jordan Henderson in that final 20 minutes of the game, whatever, after the drinks break. They've equalised and you need just someone to push on. That's when you miss your captain. That's actually when you need someone to get a grip and discipline the team and drive things forward. We had the individual talent on the pitch. Ox is capable. He's capable. He hasn't really been at it since the restart, but he's more than capable. Naby's more than capable. He was phenomenal the last game. He's had good games, a lot of good games for us actually since the restart. But we were missing that something. And whether that was for a number of reasons, you can analyse that, and we'll do that on the Instant Match Reaction Show. We'll talk about a few of those reasons. I think Jordan Henderson, you're right. Ezra, I think he does fall into that category. Paul Brown, one of the best first halves of the season, followed by an absolutely toothless second half. Should have battered them. Yeah, it was. And we did create chances still, which is something. So not entirely. I mean, I guess depends on the definition of toothless. We didn't score, so in that regard, yeah. But you'd be more concerned that Salah didn't get that opportunity to finish it more than them missing the chance. Curtis Jones, phenomenal, looks very exciting, says Cooper. Yeah, thought he was absolutely outstanding. He was probably he was in the clutch. If not our man of the match, he was certainly up there. Randall, we lost concentration, but a pen and pour offside call resulted in their equaliser. Video ref a farce in the EPL, but LFC marches on. You'll never walk alone. And son of Ezekiel, who had this in the post-match Liverpool haven't won bingo. At what time we get this? Sign a creative midfielder ASAP. It literally comes out every time we don't win games. But listen, you might be right. It might be a game where Thiago Alcantara, we keep saying his name, Someone like him might be able to craft a little bit more, but ultimately we'll never know. I think maybe just again, the other one is need a clinical goal scorer, and here we go, King Duel, clinical striker needed. Yeah, absolutely. Either of them, both of them. Yeah, why not? We might as well try it because we've already won. Let's face it, we've pissed the league this season. Absolutely pissed it. We're getting mad now because Liverpool won the game with won the league with 7 games to go, and we've not continued to be absolutely unstoppable in the 7 games that have followed. That could be, you could look at that as causality and draw that out and say that might lead to problems down the line or whatever, or you could just do a big shrug and go, I've not even seen Liverpool lift the trophy yet. I refuse to get too downbeat about anything. But yeah, until we see what Liverpool do or don't do in the transfer market, and until we live in a world where Liverpool win all 38 league games in a season and every Champions League game and domestic cup game, we will always have the shouts because they're the obvious things, the obvious answers to all of us as some more creativity and another someone to score goals. Because when you don't win a game by scoring more goals than an opponent, that's our simplest logic on all this stuff. And my God, you might be right. You might just be right. Yeah, just it. Joe Stubbs saying players didn't take the chances. And odd job, they're saying them drinks breaks are a pain in the arse. We lost all rhythm on each occasion. That ref was woeful. 2 blatant fouls and Alisson from set pieces, and he didn't spot either. The last one would have cost us the game. Yeah, I completely agree on that. Let me just get into the comments then. We've had a super chat. Let me just go and find it. And we can have that. If you want to throw some super chats in before we wrap up, I'll get through some of them just very quickly. It is in here. I hope I've got the right chat open. Otherwise, I'm never going to find it. Here we go. Angus Rickwood, feels like a 2015-16 result, but not too harsh. Yeah. Look, it's that game where if you don't break teams down who defend deep, it's very hard to win the games. But we did it. We got the goal up, and we just. Yeah, I'm not sure Liverpool have the motivation to just go and kill teams. And also, let's be fair, Nick Pope was outstanding. So we created chances, good chances, and had really good shots on goal. And he dealt with them. That's what a good goalkeeper. That's what a good goalkeeper does. So it's hard for me to be too downbeat about it. I don't know. Tom, did we have another super chat, or is that the last one? Okay, Sam. Well, listen. Thanks so much for the comments. Thank you very much. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you still believe Liverpool are the best team in the world, because they literally are, drop a like on the video as well. If you want more, we'll be back in a couple of moments live with the instant match reaction after the fact. You can come and check that out as well. So don't forget, me and Chris having about 15 minutes to chat, talking through some of the big talking points. And if you want more than that, I know you might be thinking, well, I'm done with that game. I can't be arsed. There's a great catharsism to us being able to talk through the games in a bit more depth and detail. We've got a great show lined up for you. Let me just find out actually who we've got on Monday's show, so I can tell you, and then I can know it for the next show as well. The final word show is going to be, it's me, Chris, Jay Spearing and Sam Walker on the final word show. If you want to access that, become a Redmen member right now at tier 2 or tier 3, which is club captain and club legend level, and you will get that show 60 minutes talking about this game with a former Liverpool midfielder and the man, the legend Chris Pajak as well, and the incredible Sam Walker. That's going to be a boss show, and you can support the channel by doing that or by subscribing to the redmentv.com. Nice one, guys. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll be back with more content live very shortly with the instant match reaction. Hey everyone, Redmen TV memberships on YouTube are now live. You can support the channel and unlock exclusive loyalty badges and custom emotes to be used in our live streams and around the platform as well. So whether you want to show support for the people on the news shows, or you want to really let manager Chris Pajak know that he's doing a bad job or a really good job on the Football Manager YouTube series, then you can do. Tier 1 will get you those. On Tier 2, you'll also unlock the final word show that is normally only on the redmentv.com, and you're going to get discounts to Redmen TV merch as well. 10% on Tier 1 and 2 and 20% on Tier 3, which will also get you access to absolutely everything. Yes, it's as simple as that, really. So if you want to join up and become a Redmen TV member on YouTube, then join our membership scheme. If you want to join up for more, go to the redmentv.com, of course. But yes, if you want to support what we're doing, please do. Don't feel that you need to. The free content will always be there. But if you want that little bit more interaction and customization, then yes, become a Redmen TV member on YouTube and sign up today.